We are still in a UAAP high, celebrating not just victories, but that good old school spirit every basketball champion has. This is On the Record. I'm Pia Hontiveros. Joining us in this episode, Joseph Jet Nieto, a former Ateneo Blue Eagle who won the first back-to-back championships in 1987 and 1988, the very first ever for the Ateneo. And he is the father of twins, Matt and Mike, who just won another back-to-back for Ateneo. Later on the phone, joining us by phone, we'll have former Blue Eagle coach, now Fighting Maroons coach Bo Perasol, and former De La Salle Green archer Jeron Teng. But let's begin with Jet Nieto, or should I say Dr. Jet Nieto, an orthopedic surgeon.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Should I say Dr. Jet or Jet?
Jet?
Jet na lang, okay.
Fine.
Jet, what do you remember about Ateneo's first championship, first ever championship?
The first ever championship, we were new in the UAAP. You know, we were like babies in the new.
Yeah, but that was like 9 years, 10 years. No,
yes,
diba?
Kasi, but we haven't won a single title. So it was a big celebration in Ateneo because that's the first UAAP title.
But did you know that you were going to win, or this is like a surprise? This is the game against UE, diba?
Yes.
Oh.
We were the underdogs, even though we were ranked #1, because UE had Jericho Diniera at that time, and they were really strong and had they're really strong.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. We were lucky to win that game.
Oh, at that time you were in second year, third year college?
Third year
college. Okay. When you won that night, did you naiyak ka ba, or this was like a matter of fact thing, or?
We were so happy. So we didn't expect, and no one expected us to win. But then we got lucky, and we won.
Yeah, school spirit, school pride. Kasi NCAA nananalo Ateneo before, no?
At that time, we played at Rizal Memorial. It was only 5,000, but almost 80% were Sea of Blue. So we were losing by 20 points at that time, last 10 minutes, and everybody stood up and cheering. And it was
and that's what propelled you?
Exactly.
Okay, okay. What is it about college basketball that makes us all fans? And many of us, ako, hindi naman ako expert, no? Pero I'm a fan, no? I watched the games when I was in college also. What is it about it?
Basketball in college is parang pure basket. Yung pure talaga yung basketball thing dyan. Kasi all the guys would give everything, all heart, just for the game. Kasi ano yan talagang school spirit. That's, yun ang pinaglalaban talaga. Especially Ateneo, La Salle. School spirit yan. No one wants to lose. No one wants to lose.
Who were your teammates then at the time?
For Ateneo, Jun Reyes, Danny Francisco, Alex Araneta, Nonoy Chotico, Jay Gayoso.
Eric Reyes ba?
Yes. Sep Canlas.
Olsen Racela?
Olsen Racela. Almost all were homegrown. I think we had the biggest number of homegrown talents.
Okay. So there was a time, kasi di ba 78 lumipat ang Ateneo from NCAA, no? Papuntang UAAP. There was a time na talagang walang nag-attend ng games, mga estudyante. I mean, of course, you weren't there at the time, no? But that was the history, right? And then it was only because of this championship na
the people started coming in again when we started winning. Because, as I said, we were new in the UAAP.
Yeah.
Siguro bago before, kasi we had a championship run during the 70s, during the time of Fritz Gaston. They had a back-to-back going for a three-peat. I think they lost against some Beda, if I'm correct. And after that, they transferred to the UAAP. That's a major adjustment kasi. NCAA before is mas sikat kesa sa UAAP. Unlike now, na sobrang, sobrang hyped yung UAAP talaga.
Sobrang hyped, okay.
Yes.
But because Atenean students started going to the games, that's when we saw some real school spirit. And all of a sudden, our generation began to learn all the school cheers by heart, right?
Exactly.
Halikinud, Fabilio, the Blue Eagles spelling.
And they had cheer rallies before, and before the championship, before the tournament started. we had a cheer rally for all the students just to learn the cheers.
Just to learn the cheers. And yet these cheers were made decades
Way back.
ago, no?
I think with Senator Raul Manglapos.
Raul Manglapos, he composed Blue Eagle the King,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Oh, as a matter of fact, they came out, I don't know exactly who did this, but there is this song in Yell Book, I'm a Rat Pack kasi, so I have this, and they distributed this, and I think this was around 87, 88 when you
That's
won the championship, no? And then everybody was asked to learn, relearn, and memorize as much as possible. But yeah, go ahead.
And during that time, Senator Gordon and Senator Raul Manglapos were cheering during the
Right.
halftime.
Oo,
Yeah.
oo. Sila yung sila yung halftime entertainment.
And we have
Yeah.
we had a live eagle at that time.
Okay. Well, for those of us watching the stands, so we weren't playing. Talagang yung your hair would stand on end. Talagang yung balahibo mo. But what was it like for the players? Kasi syempre you're concentrated on the game, di ba?
Yes.
But you can hear it, right? The Ateneans cheering for you. What was it like?
During our time, and same pa rin naman time ngayon ng mga kids, we were taught na to block out any noise
Talaga?
just to concentrate in the game. We would be hearing each other only.
Really?
We can't hear the crowd. We can't hear the
How's
crowd.
that? How's that?
During the time of Fritz Gaston, he devised some weird plan na during practices we had several karaokes
Tapos
sa gym.
blasting music.
Blasting music.
Oo. Tapos?
At the start, we can hear it. We were dancing, we were kidding around. Pero nung nasanay kami, we can't hear the music anymore.
Talaga?
Yes, we were just concentrating.
So you can't hear anymore the halikinu and the
No more,
eagle
no more.
spelling. You can't hear the fans cheering. But you can hear each other?
Yes,
Oh,
and you can see the fans standing up, clapping, but you can't hear the noise.
Wow. Mind over matter.
Yes,
Talagang
I mean,
concentration.
Concentration.
Wow.
Kasi once na you would be hearing the audiences, the fans, your focus is out. So it's very important to focus on the game.
Yeah, and I guess that's what it's like also for your two sons. But we'll talk about them in just a bit. And before we talk more to Jet Nieto, who's here with us in the studio, we have Coach Bo Perasol of the UP Fighting Maroons. Coach Bo, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Hello, Miss Pia. Good evening, and good evening also to Doc Jet, and congratulations. Is Jerome there?
No, he's not, sir. He's going to be joining us by phone later.
Okay.
Well, yes. Well, Coach Bo, before anything else, this is the you played for UP back in the early 90s, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So this was your your attempt at your attempt at the championship and a successful attempt to enter the Final Four, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. But can we go back first to your time as a player? What was it like for you in the early 90s playing for UP? A while ago, nag-uusap kami ni Jet Nieto here about what it was like, when you have the fans cheering in the stands, no? And sabi ko nga kami while we're watching, kasi ako, Atenista ako, we're cheering and that's what we hear, no? But Jet was saying that they don't hear the cheering. They're able to block that out. Is that what it's like?
Well, nung panahon ko kasi, medyo nag-umpisa na yung pagkatalunan ng UP, no? So, we would have liked every cheer to be heard by us. No? So, kasi napaka-limited naman ng nanonood sa amin. Kaya ang biroan namin nun when we were playing was ang nanonood lang sa amin were our parents, girlfriends, our friends from the dorm. So sa amin, it wasn't a factor at all. No?
Okay.
We were not major contenders at that time.
Oh, well, ganun din naman ang Ateneo before. Nung hindi pa nananalo, walang nanonood. But, Coach, I wanted to ask you also, what was the, for Game 1, and lalo na kahapon yung Game 2, no? What was the atmosphere like last night, and compare it to when you were playing?
Ay, nako, napakalayo, Miss Pia. No? Very extreme yun. No? Itong naranasan ng UP men's basketball team itong season na to is something that we really have to treasure. No? Napakaganda reception ng alumni and all of that. They came in by throngs and lahat sila. Nandiyan lahat. In fact, mga batch mo na hindi mo nakikita mo. Well, probably because siguro they saw that they could cheer for a team that has a chance. And when you go back, napakatagal rin naman yung 32 years.
Right.
Paghihintay. Itong 32 years na to, hindi ito yung fourth place ka, third place ka. Hindi, ito rin yung sa dueler. So, yan yung naging siguro na naging meet siya kung bakit na napakarami sa kanila.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were cheering for hope, I guess, no? Hope that you could be champions. There was that real chance for that. At the same time, siguro itong 32 years, parang Advent, ano? Di ba? Naghihintay tayo lahat. Advent, tama-tama, malapit ng Pasko, di ba? So, naghihintay lang talaga ang mga UP fans waiting for that possibility. And that there was that possibility yesterday, right?
Well, it was very clear who was the better team. We lost to a better team in the Ateneo. But again, as I told the team, it wasn't in our plans to be in the finals in the first place. Ang nasa isip talaga namin noon sumampa kami ng Final Four. Napakagandang regalo na for us. Just to prepare ourselves for next season. But then again, we were blessed to have the opportunity to play in the finals, and we hope, and I hope that we gave the Ateneo team a work for their money also.
Well, yeah, you did. You gave them a very good fight. But Coach Boy, I wanted to ask you also, no, you've upped expectations, and now the expectation is next year you're going to gun for the championship, right? I mean, kasi syempre yung mga UP fans, ang UP alumni, parang, well, okay, so runner-up tayo ngayon, next year kailangan champion na.
Yeah, tama yan. Hindi mo naman pwede matakasan talaga yung mga expectations ng alumni, ng mga fans mo. Kasi katulad yan, we started with 5 wins. Last season, we were 6 wins. I was telling them, ano pa ba naman yung susunod sa 6? Kundi probably a chance to be in the Final Four. And then when you were able to enter the finals, and then you lost in the finals, they're going to say, hey, we can probably go up against it to the finals and probably win it. But these are just going to be talks, because lahat naman yan malakas, lumalakas, minsan may nag-graduate. So ang program ng basketball naman hindi lang nadadaan kasi sa kwentuhan lahat tulad ng Ateneo basketball program. Napakaganda ng programa nila na kahit sinong gumagraduate, meron talagang sumusunod.
And speaking of graduating, there are four of your players are graduating, right? Led by five. No, led by your captain, Paul Desiderio. He seems to have been a very crucial, critical figure. Para bang nag-rally around him yung not just the team but the school, the community, the alumni of UP. Am I correct?
Well, probably because it happened last season. Last season it happened because there was a time that we were down, and he claimed that he's going to take the shot, and he claimed that this game is ours. Ateneo made the shot. So, I mean, if you ask me, I told him it's just braggadocio on his part, but pinanindigan niya itira niya and na-shoot niya. And pinanindigan niya rin itong season na to. In fact, he struggled in the first round, but he was able to bounce back in the second round and led us into the Final Four. And, it's the finals also.
Coach Bo Perasol, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and thank you for yesterday for that very good game. Salamat po, sir. We will continue this discussion right after the break. This is On the Record. Still remember it, right?
Yes, because every game, after the game, you'll be singing it.
Okay. What is the most moving part of the song for you?
Yun, Down from the Hill.
Talaga? Yeah. Do you ever cry? Or you're not an emotional guy?
No, Usually after, especially after we won against LaSalle. Then for the kids, that's for the kids. I was a father last year. Some tears fell.
Okay. Do you still feel nostalgic about, you know, the past? And then, kasi syempre, you're also very much part of the present because of your boys. But do you feel very nostalgic about the past?
When we have some reunions with my former teammates, we talk about the things in the past. But hindi masyado.
Hindi masyado. Okay. So, but you still see each other?
Once or twice a year, yeah, we see each other.
Okay. Do you still play basketball together, or you don't attempt anymore?
No.
Hindi na. Bakit?
I'm retired na.
Retired na. No, I mean just for fun. Yung kayo lang. Shoot
Kasi,
a few hoops, no?
for me kasi as a father, I'm quite busy sa mga kids eh. They have a lot of activities. I usually go with them. So wala na masyadong time para doon sa ano eh.
Okay. So just a little bit of a review, no? So ever since the first back-to-back 87, 88,
Yes.
88, 89, tapos yun ba yung tinatawag the dark years or hindi pa?
Yeah, in the 90s eh.
90s, ano, wala eh. Kasi the next one was
2002.
2002.
Yes.
Okay, and then 2002, tapos hanggang 2008, wala.
Yes, wala na naman.
Okay.
Tapos
Tapos biglang nag-5-peat.
Yes.
And what were you thinking at that time?
Yeah, the 5-peat kasi, no, the team was really strong. There were a lot of recruits coming in. The 2002, I think, had homegrown talents like Enrico Villanueva, Larry Fonasher. Yung 2000, yung 5-peat, maraming recruits coming from other schools. Yan eh. It was,
okay.
Kaya talaga malakas. We had Greg Slaughter pa coming in to the latter part of the 5-peat. Meron pang Greg Slaughter.
Okay. And that record has never been broken by any other school,
it
no?
would be very hard.
Yeah, okay.
It would be very hard.
Although last night, when the Blue Eagles won last night's game, ang iniisip ng tao, dapat talunin nila yung 5-peat. Kaya ba?
Pwede siguro, but then the five players from this current batch would be having their last year next year. So another group siguro na papasok. Hopefully, they could continue it. If we win next year, that's the premise.
Okay, okay. Although, ganun, like kanina, sabi ko nga kay Coach Bo, syempre, expectation ng UP community, UP alumni, mananalo sila next year, or at least mag-Final Four.
And I think they're stronger kasi Richie Rivero and Kobe Paras would be entering their lineup next year.
Okay. But of course, Jet, you weren't just a player. You also, let's remind everybody, you know, you were also students, no? And
Yes.
you were not given special treatment, right?
No. And with Ateneo, we have a QPI.
Quality Point Index,
Yes.
right? Okay. So
And
kapag bagsak ka doon,
You're out.
out of not just the school, but syempre
You're out of the team and you're out of the school.
out of the school. Okay. And then it's interesting, kanina pinatanong ko nga sa guest coordinator namin, sa producer, si Majono, to ask you, ano nga ba yung course mo? Ito sabi nga niya, BS Bio.
Biology,
Oh my
yes.
goodness. Ang hirap nun, pre-med.
Yes.
And you finished it in 4 years and you were still playing basketball, you were training. How did you do that?
It helped eh. It helped in my med school kasi I'm used to getting tired and then studying. Kasi after 3 hours of practice, I'll go home and study. So I went to med school. It was easy. Kasi even when I'm tired, I could study. So it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot.
All right. We'll have to take another last final short break. Jet Nieto still here with us, former Ateneo Blue Eagle. This is On the Record. Stay tuned. This is On the Record. We're talking about what basketball champions are made of with Jet Nieto, a former player of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They won the first back-to-back championship for the Ateneo de Manila back in 87 to 88, 88 to 89. Jet, you're the only player of your generation that has the distinction of having not just one, but two sons playing in this back-to-back championship, right?
Yes, yeah, correct.
Okay. And itong si Matt and Mike, sila na yung parang pangalawa, no? You have your eldest is a girl, a
Is a
daughter,
girl,
who is in varsity
Badminton.
badminton,
before, yes.
no? And then you have a youngest na
Yes, now he's playing now. He's in grade 8 junior high school.
junior high school,
Yes.
playing basketball,
Yes.
predictably. So ito si Matt and Mike, when they were born, paglabas ba nila, naisip mo ba na pagbabasketball kung tong dalawang to?
Before pa, nung nag-ultrasound, we saw now yung isang boy, sabi ko kaagad sa wife ko, you watch an NBA, every day mag-NBA games ka naman watch. You watch Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley kako. Para mahawa nila yan.
Talaga. So doon sila na hindi dahil ikaw ang ama. what do you think is the secret, di ba? Is this minamana ba ang skill sa playing basketball? What is it?
The secret I think is meron talent yung kid. But yung support of the parents is very important. No? You go to the practices, you go to the games, makikita nila yung support. I saw that firsthand when my dad and my lolo
would accompany you?
Yes, exactly. My lolo accompanied every practice, single practice, he would pick me up in the Blue Eagle gym every night. So
Okay,
malaking bagay.
It encouraged you.
Yes, exactly.
So, pero yung skill na yun, kasi like for example, si Matt, yung one of your twins, no? 27 points in game 1. 27 points, ang laki nun.
I just told them to enjoy the game, and the game will come to you.
Okay.
That's the only lesson. That's the only...
Siya ba yung nagka-dengue o si Mike?
Both of them.
Both, sabay ba?
Sangbay.
Dengue, Diyos ko.
Yeah.
Si Mike naman, what is he like as a player?
Mike had to transform from a center now to a guard. So dahan-dahan pa siya, dahan-dahan pa. Sabi ko, your time will come. Basta tiyaga-tiyaga. Sobrang tiyaga kasi si Mike, sobrang tiyaga.
Do you agree our children are always a better version of ourselves?
That's the wish of every parent, di ba? Na yung kid mo would be better than you. Yeah, that's the wish.
Okay, and a final word, what is the secret to a championship?
It's usually hard work. Hard work lang talaga, and discipline. Self-discipline. Kasi if you have hard work and discipline, I think all would follow.
Jet Nieto, former Ateneo Blue Eagle champion and a father to two present Ateneo Blue Eagle champions. Maraming salamat. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And congratulations, of course,
Thank
to
you,
you
thank
and
you.
your two sons. That is On the Record this week. I'm Pia Hontiveros. Thank you for watching.